enlightening me. You said there's the New Day tag team between against Kofi and Big E versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, right?
Table match.
Oh, okay, table match.
So, and again, everybody, I'm broadcasting from Scolders Road Studios from the sides. So you'll be seeing this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. It is on right now, again, we are seeing the New Day. This is quite an international team. Shinsei, who's really didn't make any mark when he was U.S. champion. Cesaro.
Well, I would say this is a dried out, but if they had brought back Sheamus and they got together right away, then yeah, it would have worked. But apparently they had taken Sheamus and brought him in a different direction. So yeah, I think that brought things control. I don't know how long this is about, Cesaro and Shinsuke together, so I can't really give you a full, concept, my full opinion on that one.
All right, quick, I want to thank George Perry. George can't hear me? Am I speaking? My volume? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Now they can hear me much clearer. The background was giving too much noise. All right. So, again, we're here. We're watching Extreme Rules. We're giving our commentary. We're not streaming. But, Lance, I'm going to toss the question to you, too, regarding Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. Do you think this is the team you want to really maybe put the straps on?
Any team but New Day.
Yeah, New Day has been tag champs for so long. It is not funny at all. But I just questioned WWE. But according to they just don't have any tag teams really who can compete. So I guess these guys are in it. And then they've won against the New Day in the title matches. So that's going to be another thing here. Again, we are watching live on WWE Network. So again, check out WWE Network for Extreme Rules, the horror show. Oh my God! There's my bratty sister, my bratty daughter. Thank you for the 50 stars, Jenny. Again, that was one of the things we gonna have to work on here, so we can raise some more money. We need more money. Lance, we talked about this before. Cesaro went to the plastic, I guess, glass or plastic coverings to the New Day.
Yeah.
So we did talk about that. Somebody was going to hit that, and it did. Well, there we go.
Hopefully more people get thrown into it and possibly even through it.
Yep. All right. So we are seeing right now, this is, again, tables match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. And all I can say is this is a little bit difficult to watch.
You know what? I hate to say it, but for once, WWE did it perfectly. They had the perfect name for it. It's a horror show. The only thing that would have topped that is shit show.
Yeah, definitely. And again, folks, we can't show you the pay-per-view We're not going to stream it. So go over to WWE Network, check it out, and guys can see what we're talking about when it comes to the match itself. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be commentating. We're going to offer our suggestions, our advice, like setting everything on fire, because WWE has just become truly bad. Real quick, right now, let's go back to the action in the ring, and we have now Coffee on the top rope, and Shinzei and Cesaro. We're gonna do a top rope suplex through a table, but Big E interfered, and now Shinzei looks like he's gonna get power bombed through a table.
Yep.
And no, they broke that up. The Michael Jackson of the Orient in Shinzei. What would he say? Would he say hee hee? I said it like beat it or beat that. I don't know. Well, we just saw a spear from inside the ring, outside the ring, by Big E, who's famous for that, onto Cesaro. And if you look around, everybody outside the ring, we're looking completely around. It is NXT stars. They're outside. They're around the arena. Obviously, nobody really wanted to buy tickets. Plus, the state of the administration in the area where they're at did not want live people, even though live people could have came in. I think they said 50 now, wasn't it?
I believe so. I know that with WWE, I'm not sure. Are they actually still in that fucking little
Yes.
gymnasium they call it Performance Center?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well that's probably another reason.
Well,
AEW, I know they have some fans in the background. I mean, obviously they have the superstars around the arena, but in the back, I think they have a few. Don't hold me to it, but even still, I can't help but this whole entire show, I'm just like, thank God I don't actually have to watch it. Hanging with you guys is probably the better part of it.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a service to yourself. Over in the chat room here, Jenny says, don't care about the wrestling, it sucks, but sending stars anyway, so she sent 100 stars. Lance, can you keep an eye in the HWR chat room?
Let me pull it up.
All right, so again, we are watching the WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and we're offering, again, our commentary on it. Right now, it looks like a double suplex. Shinzei and Cesaro trying to suplex Big E outside of the ring, but they're actually, looks like he fought his way out of it and was going to spear them both, and they both brung up a knee. The way these matches are, I saw the roster and I can run down all the matches. Let's just put it like this: there's nothing spectacular. We've seen it all before. I'm
still curious on how they're going to do the eye for eye thing.
They already. Go ahead, Rick.
I'm going to tell you right now. Out of all the history of stipulations we've seen in every wrestling promotion, I don't care who it was or what it is, that is the most stupidest stip I've ever heard. I mean, you can take the tampon on a pole match, any other, like...
Hey, let's leave the Vince Russo stipulations.
Well, like I said, right now I'd give, him, props for all the shit that he's done. I mean, come on. How is somebody popping a fucking eyeball out? Who is truly going to believe that somebody lost their eye?
I think I can name one worse. Just one. What was the name of that Terror Dome cage match or something at Halloween Havoc?
Yes. You're talking about the Thunderdome cage match. And it was Ric Flair and Sting teaming up.
No. I mean the one where you had to strap your opponent into an electric chair and pull the switch.
You're talking about the Cage of Doom, where they strapped Abdullah to a chair, and they supposedly electrocuted him.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
again, you know what? I hate to say it, but that was nowhere near this fucking lose an eyeball match. You know, this is something maybe it might have flown back in the 75, late 70s, maybe very early 80s for about a half a second.
I,
You know,
I'm gonna correct you on that, Rick. I think even in the '80s, they wouldn't have gone this far because something like that would have been too gruesome for a television or pay per view at the time. And common sense would have been, then the workers got to go around what with a phony eye, like a contact lens all the time, like Kane used to do, or eye patch. It's a stupid thing, but I guess because Vince always loved theatrics. Vince always loved taking stuff to the next level, taking it out of the ring.
I don't have much of a problem with theatrics. I really don't. But I think this is going a little too far, even for Vince, even for WWE stature. I mean, I try not. I hate to go on like a Jim Cornette, Court Goddess, Cornette's rant, but I mean, come on, let's be fucking realistic here. I mean, unless if you're under the age of 7, nobody's gonna buy this shit.
Exactly. And you know what's funny? It's like I still keep the network because I like the Undertaker series, The Last Ride. And there's a couple other things I do like in there that I do watch. But so far, wrestling, the pay-per-views have been so bland and so horrible that it's not funny. And this step with eye for an eye, and now the theatrics of the swamp match, I understand that they have to do something to take it away. Wait a minute. Coffee.
Whoa.
We just had coffee go through a table. Does that make it a coffee table? Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Victory!
this is, you know what? And here it is, Rick. We weren't even paying attention because we didn't give a shit. And I shouldn't say that, but we have brand new SmackDown World Tag Team Champions in Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm not shocked by this. I know they wanted to give the belts, float the belts to someone else, but I knew for a fact Big E was not going to go through a table, so they had to put coffee in there, and he went through a double table. So your new champions are Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. Lance, what do you think? Like I said, I glanced away, and here's the match is over with.
Well, for one, in New Day, Kofi is the stunt man. So, how do I feel about Cesaro and Shinsuke being tag champs? Well, it ain't the New Day, so happy days are here again.
But I gotta say one thing, Rick. It's quite a shame because Cesaro is such a good worker to be placed in tag teams. And especially with someone like Shinsuke, who's also a good worker, but just never got the full break.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give Kofi, obviously, he got his push after 11 years where he won the title. The New Day thing, for a long time, really worked out. They got a lot of opportunities. I think, honestly, it's starting to dry out. But I honestly think Cesaro and Shinsuke doesn't really deserve this. This is definitely in Cesaro's area where he's going to win tag team matches. Shinsuke Nakamura, did he win the title? Didn't he win the title for a while? It was Universal, a WWE title. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, Shinsuke? He won the United
Yeah,
States Championship.
the U.S. title. Okay, so we never got the U.S. Universal. But I mean, again,
He had a
so
few runs with AJ for the SmackDown belt, but never got the
on
job
it.
done. It was always DQs.
Okay, thank you. Um, so yeah, again, I think honestly, just to take the straps off a New Day, fine, and give these, both Shinsuke and Cesaro a good push. I think it's a good thing. Definitely a good thing for the tag team.
All right, now we're looking at backstage with the Kabuki Warriors and Nikki and Alexa. You know, what's real funny here is um, there's rumor of Kairi Sane leaving to become a WWE ambassador for their NXT Japan promotion. So this is going to help set this up, or it could be something else. And also, Asuka has requested to go back down to NXT, as well as Kevin Owens wants to go back down to NXT. I think there's some frustration with also Alexa Bliss going out and Nikki here, and I guess here we are. We're up to this match, which is for the guys.
That was me.
I'm still here.
Okay.
That was me just declining another call.
Oh my God! Look how the way Nikki runs. It's like.
I don't see a problem in it. I don't see a problem in it.
Yeah,
You know what?
I also have a thing for Nikki Cross too, but
Well, we all know that.
Mhm.
at least I'm honest about it. I am damn honest about it.
Well, you can
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with being a mark. Absolutely.
outkeep Alexa.
No, you. Hey, you're married. I'm not. I'll
Sure.
take them both.
I'll pull
I'm
a
hard.
Zoe. I'll put her in the closet. Most of those late night runs, you know. All right, so this is for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. It is Nikki Cross, who you see in the ring with Alexa Bliss in her
No,
corner.
SmackDown.
It is-
SmackDown.
It is SmackDown.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yes, I'm correct. I stand corrected. So it is, and here is the form, and she's taking on the former hugger, now turned, I don't know,
Fucker.
yeah, fucker, and I don't know what Bailey is doing. She looks like she is trying to fuck the glass. She's taking on Bailey, who is the Women's SmackDown Champion. Now they are also the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, along with the Boss Sasha. I don't have a problem really with Bailey. I don't like the new gimmick. I thought the old gimmick was fitted her perfectly. This heel gimmick, it's okay. What it reminds me of, Jan Brady turning heel and attacking Marsha Brady. It's fun, and you knew that somewhere that was going to happen.
It's Karen Bailey.
Yeah, there you go. And here you also have Sasha Banks, who's overrated. She has an ego, thinks she's better than everybody. The only reason she's in WWE is because her uncle is Snoop Dogg. She has some talent, and I said that, but her attitude outside the ring is a detriment to her in ring career. So I think she's a crybaby. I think she just wanted belts. So I could predict Nikki's not going to walk away with this. They're going to keep the belts on Bailey. So that's my point. Rick, let's go to you.
I disagree with you. I actually, I would like to see Nikki Cross get the win. Bailey's held on the title long enough, but as Sasha's at ringside, unfortunately, we can see Bailey getting the win. The only way I can see this is, if Sasha backfires and accidentally causes her a loss. And I know they're on different segments, they're on different shows. But honestly, I think that Nikki should get the win, and I'm hoping she does. So that's my pick.
All right, let's go to you, Lance. I know who your pick is.
I'm going with Nikki Cross, but it looks like somebody blew a load on Bailey's stomach.
Hmm.
There's like some silvery liquid on her stomach.
It looks like almost,
A little bit of goosh.
or it could be some like clear tape on it. Because look, yeah, it looks like some clear tape, like a bandage. Like if she got cut, they put a clear bandage on it. Oh my God. Well, as I said, this match is pretty predictable so far. Nikki Cross is fighting. You know, you have Alexa Bliss in the corner. Again, I'm just sitting back and I'm just like, oh, why me? Why? You know. So we're we're waiting and seeing. We're seeing and waiting. Um, again, you know, it shows the lack of women that they consider top contenders for the title. You know, because we've seen this so many times. Whoa, beautiful move from Nikki.
Damn it.
And I'm gonna say quickly hi to my little juvenile delinquent grandkids. So I'll be right back. Rick, you want to? Whoa! DDT outside. Oh my God.
Well, you probably might want to have Lance do the play-by-play. I'm gonna be like, well,
All right.
I'm watching really nothing right now, but okay.
Let's see how we do this here. A flying crossbody from the Little Miss Banshee that is Nikki Cross.
Wow. I'm like trying to turn away to go run off. Nikki Cross is doing incredible moves. And
Here she comes again. There's another crossbody. And there's Nikki Cross's ass. Very nice. And now out goes Bailey. And whoop, a third crossbody from the Little Miss Banshee herself, Nikki Cross.
So it sounds like right now that Nikki Cross is kicking ass early in the match.
She's beating that ass. And, well, there Nikki Cross goes in looking like a hockey player getting thrown into the plexiglass.
I cannot believe WWE's considering keeping that glass on after all this shit's over. I'm like, really? This is not fucking hockey, people. It's a fucking wrestling show.
I kind of understand why they do it during, but after, hell no. And, well, Bailey is doing the choking her Nikki Cross with the rope again.
Well, you know, if she's playing the heel role right now, obviously, most, you know, that's how most wrestlers heel wrestlers turn things around.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're a major powerhouse where, you know, you're going to get a couple of wins. You're going to, dominate the match and then kind of give the little person, or the lesser person, that fighting spirit type spot.
And I just got to say, Nikki Cross is looking really good in black and red leather.
I came back to real black and red leather. Okay.
Nikki Cross is a gear.
Oh, okay.
She's looking really good in it.
Absolutely. You know,
I want to pay.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, that her character can explode more. I don't know. They could do better with her. I think they should have more confidence in her and let her do some more things. But
yeah,
you know, we're stuck with her current role right now. I can imagine her sister Abigail, though. I think that will really flip the whole.
You know
thing.
what I think is actually pretty cool? Nikki Cross is actually part of her part of her real name. Her real name's like Nicola Glenn Cross.
Oh, jeez.
Well, she's Scottish, so.
Yeah, but she's not fixing any engines. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Nikki's flipped out.
That's when she's the best.
Rick, I don't know. I know you're not watching this, but whoa, that was a stunner on the ropes there. Very good move. I don't know what the hell. Oh, she's trying to mock
Oh
Bailey.
yeah, baby, yeah.
You can see Lance is approving.
Well,
Hey,
from what I'm hearing is that Nikki's getting the early win, or she's getting control early in the match.
Well, she just fought out of a Bailey to belly.
and she's on
Oh,
a crippler. She wasn't a crippler. Put Bailey in a crippler crossface.
Yeah.
No, Bailey to belly.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm. I do enjoy. I definitely do enjoy seeing Alexa at ringside.
Yes.
And don't mind me, folks. I am having a great dinner here while I'm watching this. Hopefully, I can keep it down.
Yeah, I made some redneck gourmet jambalaya, and I had that during the pre-show.
Now, is Bailey at ringside, or is she behind the plexiglass, the Walmart plexiglass?
Bailey's in the ring.
No, not Bailey. I'm sorry, Alexa Bliss.
Nope.
I apologize.
Nope.
Ringside.
Yeah, both her and Sasha Banks are at ringside.
Okay, so in other words, they're gonna be an outside fight between those two. So,
I hope so.
Me too.
now,
And
if I'm not mistaken, Sasha Banks is supposed to face Asuka later on for the Raw title, Raw Women's title. Am I correct?
Yep,
Correct.
that is correct. So this match is going to decide how this goes, because if, which I don't doubt, Bailey wins, then Asuka is going to lose her belt to the Boss, and they will be double champions. I think that's the goal. That's what Sasha wanted to whine about, and they said to give it to her. So, unfortunately, that's politics. That's how the wrestling is, and they don't care about real talent. They just care about who they can stroke.
I'd let any of these four women stroke me, but that's not what we're talking about.
Well, you know what? I mean, obviously, they had Bailey and Banks have the tag titles. Bailey's had the title for some time now, and Sasha's had a lot of tag titles. So even though you could say about the politics, I think they might give it to Cross. I'm hoping they give it to Cross, but like you said, Joe, WWE, they have their own fucking sense of what the fans want to see or whatever Vince wants.
Yeah,
That motherfucker, I'm sorry, he needs to just go dig his own coal and fucking die.
Yes.
Sorry, but he's lost the fucking plot.
I gotta say one thing. Nikki has been more in control of this match than anything else, and usually that's how it is. They'll be more in control, and then whammo, they'll lose, in a piss poor manner. And again, it looks pretty. Nikki is actually pretty much dominating this match. But, Lance, she's dominating. I hope they don't have her lose to something stupid.
Yeah. And there's my girl, Casey Catanzaro in the crowd, which, if she wants a place to sit, I volunteer my face.
You know what, guys? I know this is completely off the subject of Extreme Rules, but I'm not sure if you guys watched Fyter Fest last week.
Yeah.
And did you guys see the Chris Jericho segment where he got covered in the orange juice, courtesy of Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
Now, I had to listen to fucking Cornette rant about that, and he said that he lost all respect for Chris Jericho. It was just a horrible match, and it was a horrible spot, and why they did it, I have no idea. Chris Jericho is looking silly, And, it ranted on, blabbed on for God knows how long. And I'm like, I actually thought it was a great spot. I even love the towel. He's grabbing the towel, and all of a sudden it's an Orange Cassidy towel. I know, Joe, you're not a fan of Orange Cassidy, but I like that spot.
Well, and I got to give Chris credit, and and I got to give a lot of the veterans that are in there credit. They are pushing these guys, to make them the next star, something that WWE does not do, And I've seen Orange Cassidy's work outside the ring, outside of AEW. Tremendous worker. I'm not a big fan of his put his hands in his pocket and do the little bullshit kicks. Go and wrestle. I know that's his gimmick here in AEW. I can understand that. To me, it's just very much annoying. But again, we're looking at it. That's what it is. And again, we're looking at another. This match has been pure Nikki Cross, Lance.
With a couple of fight backs from Bailey.
Yeah. And I got to say one thing. We're watching this. This is, Extreme Rules. And my God, you look at this. It's now here comes the interference from Sasha Banks. This is what's going to start the whole shebang. There's Alexa Bliss. And they go Bailey hitting Nikki with a punch to the stomach and a knee to the head, and it's over. Yep. I called it.
Yep.
I called it. And she uses the boss's ring it's a heavy ring with the tiny
That's like boss's brass knuckles.
Yeah, exactly.
So she got the heel win.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, even though that Nikki dominated, that was the case. But for your champion right now, it is Bailey. A tremendous match between the two. Nikki put in a great match, which is surprising. Now, like I said, you're going to see Asuka lose her Raw title tonight because the boss has to win. She's like Triple H. You got to have the win. So, and it's a shame how this match ended. It's a heel win, good for Bailey. But poor Nikki. If I was Asuka, I'd lie down. I would literally just lie down and
You know what?
take it.
I would do something better. The way WWE has been kind of shitting all over some of the young talent, I would have been like, okay, he gets the win. Finish the way they wanted to finish, and then pop back up, shake my head, and walk out.
Yep.
Don't even sell it.
Or even do the finger poke of doom.
They'll never do that. WWE, well, I can't say never because WWE's done a lot of shit, but I highly doubt that even Vince will let that fly. Unless, of course, they did it once, got the win, and then Vince, Stephanie, Triple H, or what have you, would come out and say, oh, no, we're going to have the match like this. Let's restart the match. Like they've done like 10,000 times.
I will honestly say I can literally see that if I was Asuka and I know I'm going to have to drop my belt to that little, to that cocky little, good for nothing, I would just lie down. Take all the heat, take all the shit, take whatever you want. Now, come on, Sasha, pin me. Come on. We know you want this. Come on. Make her look stupid. What are they going to do? Fire Asuka?
Possibly.
No. You can go right back to Japan, make more money, or they can cater to AEW, which they love the Asian champions. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, but AEW has enough Asian female wrestlers.
I agree, and I don't even think that they're ready to give those bring in more talent just yet. Although, I mean, don't get me wrong, we haven't seen that little small one, whatever her name is.
Io. Ryu.
Oh, Rio, yes. No, you think about Io Shirai. I think she is an incredible wrestler. You know, but Sasha Banks, again, not Sasha Banks. Jesus Christ, I can't even get my fucking names right.
Oh, spark up.
I need to spark up. I got some new batch. The last bitch I had anyway. But back to the actual matter. I still think that Asian wrestlers today, especially, are some incredible, wrestlers. Riho, despite her size, she's a great ring worker, but I think she should go on a mixed tag team match with Matt, his best friend, Joe's best friend, Marco Stunt. I don't know. What do you think? You can see those who are the mixed tag team.
What, are you trying to make Marco Stunt look even smaller than what he is? Rio is freaking bigger than he is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That makes the midget look like a midget. So,
well, you're not wrong.
Meanwhile, we're looking at right now, welcome again to Extreme Rules. This is HWR Hardcore Wrestling Radio's Four Corner Rants, well, should I say the pay-per-view coverage of Extreme Rules. And we're not streaming the pay-per-view. You will have to go to the WWE Network. Get it for Lance?
$9.99.
And there you can watch all the pay-per-views. We are offering our commentary, so tone down, I guess, Brian Saxon. Let me see who the other jobber is. Tom Phillips and Samoa Joe. So you're going to see these guys there. Hello, over and out in my chat room it is. Hello, David Butler. David Butler's with Entertainment Roundtable Cast Games. I hope I do say that right. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Again, great to have you. We are covering Extreme Rules. And this is like our live commentary. Watch the pay-per-view. Tone down the commentators. Listen to us because we're going to try to entertain you folks more than what is out there today. Rick, we see these multiple multi-team commentators, just 3 commentators. Does they ever work? I miss the day of just one heel and one play-by-play guy.
It really doesn't. For a while I have no problem with it because even over in AEW, you have 3 good commentators. So you have Excalibur, you have Jim Ross, and Tony Schiavone. WWE, I remember for a while before AEW really hit the screen, they all said, well, we're going to bring things down to 2, commentators. And then, of course, AEW said 3, said, wait a minute, hold on, they're doing something good. Let's do it. Case in point, now they're doing that swamp match later on tonight, and I'm guessing it's some kind of theatrical match.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Now, I don't have a problem with them. And again, we've seen them, they come out good, but with WWE having a pay-per-view every month, if not twice a month, they have to have one. AEW, they do their pay-per-views, every 3 or 4 months, and then they'll have one. Which, again, I have no problem because it's usually executed pretty good. And I have a question because I completely haven't really watched Raw for a while. But when did they get rid of The Fiend and all of a sudden bring back Bray Wyatt? Did he go back in time in a time machine?
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Oh, thank you, David. I am doing great. Thanks. Tonight's like a little bit of different switch. Normally I'll be doing game streams. Tonight it is for the HWR crew. We're going to promote them. We want to get them more people to tune into their shows. So if you're interested, go to the Facebook, facebook.com in the group section. Look for HWR chat room. It's right there in you can say the Titantron above for me. So check them out there. I guess, Rick, right now we're going to the United States Championship. Current champion is Apollo Crews. He is defending his belt against MVP. Now,
let me guess who's going to win.
Well, you know what's funny? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. This is a toss-up for me. Lance, what about you?
Okay, MVP is already a former U.S. champion. He don't need the damn belt again. Give it to the guy who's up and coming and can actually put a name on the belt.
Thank you very much. When I said I don't know, I was being very sarcastic. You know, if this is a coin tosser where heads Apollo Crews would get the win and tails where MVP would get the win, this would be a two-headed coin. You know, MVP, this guy, he came back out for a little bit. He kind of started doing the manager thing, and all of a sudden he wants to be a wrestler. MVP sucked even in his prime, and now he's supposed to come back as some kind of like great wrestler.
Well,
Joe, did I miss something?
yeah, I was about to say that we're seeing right now the new championship. Wait a minute, what the hell just happened? Apparently, MVP came to the ring with Biggie, with that, excuse me, what's his name, Lance? Webster. Yeah, what's Webster's name? Bobby Lashley. There we go. I had him and Big E mixed up for some reason. Bobby Lashley, MVP and Bobby Lashley came out to the ring. They were announced. The match was announced, and the new United States belt was on a little pedestal on the side. Apparently, he takes the belt. Apollo Crews did not show up, and he walked out. I didn't even hear if they gave any explanation. He just walked away.
He takes the title and walks away. You've got to be shitting me. Please tell me this is a really bad storyline.
I don't know, because I have this muted so as not to
offend
trigger
people.
A copyright thing. The fuck?
I just don't know. This, you know, I don't get it.
Joe, my thoughts exactly.
So does this mean that he, you know, he's the champion now? Well, can't grieve forever, because now it is the eye for an eye match between Rey Mysterio Jr., who possibly this could be his last match.
I think it will be.
Yeah, and he's taking on the Monday Night Messiah, if he still calls himself that, Seth Rollins. I don't know. I'm still flabbergasted about that last match.
Oh?
Now, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about this match. It's supposed to be eye for an eye. It's going to be pretty much very, very scripted. It's going to be something where they take the other person's eye out. Now, here's the funny thing. Supposedly, Ray is lost the one eye. Correct me if I'm right, guys. Did he supposedly lose one?
Or at least it's damaged. He can barely see out of it.
So
basically, yes.
You know, okay, so now they have he's coming back to do an eye for an eye, so he has to lose the other one. That'll make him a blind wrestler. So that's interesting. And now they're trying to push his son Dominic, who looks like a total retard.
Again?
Yeah, they're trying to push his son. I don't think...
How many matches has this jerk off had so far?
Zero.
They're already trying to push him into... They're already trying to push him into kind of a main event status to get him over. You know, I look at it like this. I'm sorry, but, you know, the kid's unprepared. The kid should never be in a ring. He should have been in NXT. He should have been working his ass off and then move. Then, if he is worth something, because right now the only thing is getting him by is his daddy's name. You know.
Well, you know, if you remember NXT, did Charlotte start off at NXT?
Who? Yes.
Charlotte. Now, okay, we know that Charlotte, Flair's his father is, the legendary Ric Flair.
And her birth name is Reed.
And for a long time, we said, okay, she was riding on his coattails, but over time she earned it. Now that this fact that fucking Dominic is on Raw, which again is fucking failing worse than fucking NXT, uh, is working with all these big names. And I'm sorry, it doesn't work. You know, I don't know. I'm at a loss. One minute he's here, next minute he's gone. You know, is he going to be training, or is he just going to, hope that Rey Mysterio is going to say, here, oh, Mr. McMahon, please, I most respect you and, my career, and I love this business, so please give Dominic a shot.
Hey,
You
man.
won't?
No.
Fuck you.
Here it goes. Hey, man, I know I've done my thing in my past, man, but I want you to give my boy here, my son, mi niño, we want to give him a good push, do us a courtesy favor for me, because I am going out. I've done everything for you. I've done your lawn. I've done your windows. I've done everything for you, even mowed the lawn, man.
I've done everything but your wife.
I've done that too, because she wanted Mexican.
Okay, guys.
She wanted Mexican blunt. And now I need you to do me a favor, man, and do that. And again, I'm making a jest. Don't nobody be offended. It is.
No. Well, you know what? Right now you're counting how many stars you're getting.
Yeah.
I
already got like 200.
How many hashtags speak out you're gonna get?
Yeah. Oh, I don't care. I come from old school. We did not care about cancel culture. We didn't care about all this nonsense of stupidity. I love all people. I also hate all people. I am here. I've been in the business. I know how it is. We're here to have fun, and that's my philosophy. If people want to take it serious, Lord knows if you folks are watching that have seen me in my game streams, you know how I am. I am controversial like Roddy Piper, brother, and I can tell you right now that I don't give a damn. Now, Lance Rooney, let's go to you. What do you think about this match? And
well, I think we've probably seen the last of Ray.
Well, Ray's okay. They're in the ring right now. Seth Rollins hasn't took off his jacket yet. He looks like wrestling Jesus. He's taking on Rey Mysterio, who I have the utmost respect for. Ray, since his original Lucha Libre days, to his ECW days, to his WCW days, to him even winning a world championship in WWE, the man's done it all. I have nothing but the highest respect for Ray, given his size, too. Never has a cruiserweight ever accomplished so much, Rick. What do you think?
Well, again, you said it all right there. Rey Mysterio, I absolutely have respected everything he's done in this past. But this, past couple 2 or 3 years, especially since he brought back son Dominic, I think I don't know if that's all they're using him for, or if Rey Mysterio is saying, okay, fine, I'm about to retire, so I need that extra cash cow. I need that few extra paychecks to put under the bed, and so that way he can sit back and relax. Because, I don't know, what is he? He's got to be like 40-something years old. I don't know his exact age. But
he's in his early 40s.
But yeah, again, but still, some people want to, retire. They're starting to realize I don't want to wrestle till I'm 53 years old or 54 years old, because you've heard of all the stories how their, backs are broken and, they have all these life injuries that they're suffering for over the years. So for him to get out at this age, I think it would be smart, especially if he's made good money.
Absolutely. Lance, what do you think, what Rick was saying?
Well, okay, let's face it. Ray is probably the greatest luchador we've ever seen. So, and listen, this dude's been wrestling since I believe he was 16, and he's in his 40s. And he's had countless knee problems and knee surgeries. So, if Ray wants to get out, God bless him.
Absolutely. We're going back to the action here. It is now. They've been going at it back and forth. Seth Rollins went to the outside when Ray was going to do the 619. Came back, bounced back now. It is He is now working on Ray, and it's a back and forth. This is not something that's just one sided, which I'm glad for, because Ray needs that little. Ray is still nimble, as he was still an 18-year-old, but
Okay,
you
I
know
have his age. I have his age. He's 45.
he's 45. Wow. that over at the chat. Thank you, Juan Sanchez, and thank you, Arnold Lawazi. Thank you guys for liking the stream. And again, like, subscribe, and follow on my channel at the same time. Go to HWR chat room in the chat room on Facebook, where we cover wrestling every Friday night. We cover AEW, WWE, Impact, well, once in a while.
When they do something.
When they do something. So here we are.
Like,
Yeah. Here's a story that was going around, and I found out about it, and I had to really follow up on it. And I can't tell on the air my sources, but they Impact took out a PPP loan, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's like the stimulus for small businesses they applied for it, that'll to help them keep their business afloat. Yet they're spending on obviously big names, and sending Gallows, Heath Slater, and several others. So they're trying to bring back their product, and we'll talk about that maybe Friday or another time when we do HWR Hardcore.
yeah.
Four
Joe,
Corners.
you know we're on hiatus, right?
Yes, that's what I was about to say. When we come back from hiatus, that will be one of the topics. Also, the NWA, the original National Wrestling Alliance, with Billy Corgan as the owner, denied rumors that he was basically, selling and shelving the company. So, let's go.
Well, I have an update on the Apollo Crews situation.
Okay.
According to WWE, Apollo Crews was not cleared to wrestle. So this was the only thing they had to do. They could have just done something else. They could have had, another number one contenders match for the U.S. title, have MVP be a number one contender, and then, maybe have some kind of a match later on down the road or something.
Or a battle royal for the belt.
Exactly. This is what I don't understand, why they can't just say, let's do a number one contendership match.
Or they could have gone and said, okay, MVP, you are the champion, but since we advertised for United States Championship match, you are defending your belt against somebody else.
I've got an idea.
Change the channel.
Even if he wasn't cleared, he should be. If it's because of these certain, if it's because of the Rona, I know what they're going to do, and it's actually kind of a smart thing. The undisputed U.S. champion will be crowned at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
No, I would have done it better. Spin it, do a complete swerve, and then have somebody come out, because of course they've done it before, and say, you will now face Bobby Lashley. And I know you guys hate Bobby Lashley, but that would have been a cool spin.
Oh, it would have been, but
unfortunately, we're talking about WWE. It's like, who has no creative ability whatsoever?
Well, they do. It's just the same shit they've been using since the '80s.
And
now, come on. Now you're just offending the '80s.
Yeah, put it like this: in the '80s, at least there was some sort of believability, and it's just, what it is that they burned it so much in this era, is that nobody cares about it anymore, and they really don't follow it. Meanwhile, following this match here, it's been back and forth, and it's been nothing.
It's been a pretty good match.
It has been a pretty good match. It's just something that, I think it's the stipulation is really stupid. Now, the only thing you could do here is give Ray his due, have him retire, win this match, retire, and his son kind of takes over for him.
And he will never have to look like he bathed in a yellow highlighter ever again.
Exactly. I used to miss when Ray used to dress like in the hero costumes or stuff like that. Yeah, I was gonna say, Seth, you can use the rope there, you dumb idiot. Seth, the Jesus Christ of wrestling. As long as he doesn't put Ray on a cross, she shouldn't get any problems.
Yeah.
Don't give WWE any ideas right now, okay? It's better than doing an eye for eye match.
I'll put it in. Hey, Vince, if you're listening, even though you probably ain't, but remember what happened to Raven and the Sandman when they did that spot in the ECW arena? They got a lot of bad press. You don't want to do that.
In fact, I remember that. It got to a point that Raven had to come out as Scotty Levy, his real name, and address the crowd and apologize because he
gave the most unapologetic apology ever.
Exactly. And Kurt Angle was on in that night too, and that's why Kurt Angle signed with WWE.
And I believe his exact words were, "If you use my likeness in any point whatsoever on this program, I will sue you. You will not. They're not to let people know that I was here for this."
Yeah. So we are again now. We're watching the eye for an eye match here at Extreme Rules, the horror show. So far, there's been attempts, but nobody's really come out as really being poking the other person's eye out. Seth Rollins.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I hate to cut you up, but I have to say there's one blessing in disguise. Because if CZW had this match, somebody really would lose an eye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
WWE will, do what they do instead of pulling out the trunks where they're pulling out, a blade, or they're pulling out, an iron, a fist. They got to pull out the eyeballs. They get up, I'm like, oh, my God!
Or kind of like if say somebody says they were gonna in WWE, they say they're gonna throw you through some glass, they'll throw you through some plexiglass. CZW, they're actually throwing you through a fucking pane of glass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I can't see, you know what? And that was always been my bad thing in wrestling. I was never into dads. When I see wrestlers doing that, and I remember when I was a booker and promoter in mid-90s when that really started taking off. And I said, you guys are idiots because you're legitimately, you're not going to sugar glass. I remember when we did stuff back in the early 90s, and we did stuff where we had to break a glass or break a cup or something or a bottle. It was sugar glass. And we had to be very delicate with this thing. Like it was a bottle. We had to be very delicate with it. But,
I am a big hardcore wrestling fan and also deathmatch wrestling. But old school deathmatch, where you could kind of tell they were trying to protect each other. Nowadays, there's no way in hell you can protect yourself or the other guy with some of the shit they're doing. Like, there's no way in hell to protect somebody with a fucking weed whacker.
No, and it's ridiculous. Again, and you're getting paid $25 to $50. Marks.
Well, and you know what, Joe? You took the words out of my mouth. This is, about these are guys who probably couldn't wrestle at the, cheapest, promotion because all they can do is those huge spots. They probably could not wrestle their way out of a paper bag. Probably wouldn't even know how to do a body slam the right way without hurting somebody.
Absolutely.
Although one of today's deathmatch wrestlers that I do respect for what he did for the business. Okay, a well-known deathmatch guy from today is called Necro Butcher, who unfortunately has terminal cancer. But okay, and he's known for being very dangerous. And for some reason, they put David Arquette, yes, that David Arquette, in a match with him in a bar, he fucked David Arquette's world up.
Well, you know what? That
Like,
shows.
Ear to ear.
That just shows you the mentality of David Arquette. You know, he did his couple of sitcoms or whatever, and he had some or little publicity, but he was a wrestling mark.
Yeah.
And of course, Vince Russo, being the fucking moron he was, saying, "Okay, we're gonna make you a champion. It's gonna be a what the fuck moment." And it was what the fuck, but it was not the reaction he wanted. People were like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yep.
You know, and then he lost, and he disappeared. And I guess he was wrestling for other promotions.
Well,
but
here's the story. And first of all, before we do that, thank you, Dan Cruz, for liking the stream. Again, go to HWR chat room on the group section in Facebook for more wrestling podcasts and stuff like, and reviews and so forth. We're covering the Extreme Rules, the horror show from the WWE. We're watching the Eye for an Eye match, and it looks ridiculous. You know, again, if this is, I would have done an eye. If you remember, there was a famous match back in the NWA in the 80s.
My eye!
Yeah, right. Do you remember, Lance? They had a similar situation back in the 80s when the Road Warriors spiked Dusty's eye.
Yeah.
And another thing is when Tully Blanchard and Magnum TA, who were fighting for the NWA United States Championship, they fought in an I Quit cage match. They actually used a wooden chair was thrown in. They broke it apart, used a spike from a piece of wood that was spiked, and they tried to gouge each other's eye out. And of course,
I'll be honest. That bloody ass I Quit cage match is probably the bloodiest match I've ever fucking seen.
oh yeah,
I love it.
and that's the concept. But you see here is, again, you know, you're looking at this match, and it's the most ridiculous match of all time. Look at that curb stomp by Ray on Seth Rollins. Meanwhile,
because I'm a Memphis wrestling fan, you know who I would have loved to see do this match or ref this match?
Jackie Fargo?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's be one problem with that.
He's dead. Yeah.
But Funk.
Yeah. Yeah, because he did various numerous matches.
And there was like somebody fucked his eye up to where he couldn't. I want to say it was King that basically supposedly blinded him.
Yeah. Well, we seen. Look at this. Here we go. Trying to gouge his eye out.
Oh, damn.
let me ask you, aside from this whole step, is the match any good at all? Are they actually doing like really good spots, or?
Yeah, it's
well, there's some good shit in here.
Yeah, there is some good matches. The match has been pretty decent. Ray just got his bell rung, and I don't mean in the head.
Okay, this is the first time I've ever seen a sunburned Mexican.
Hey, you leave him alone.
No, is he not sunburned like a son of a bitch?
Yes, but that's what happens when you're cutting grass all day. Leave him alone. So here we go. Curb stomp now on Rey Mysterio by Seth Rollins. And again, Rollins is not selling that his eye almost got poked out by the ring steps. And no sell. And yet now he's taunting Ray. Ray, just like, it would be funny if Ray went into a pocket or in tights, pulled out a glass eye and said, "Hey man, here, take my eye," and cover the other one and just, "I'm done. Take it."
You know, one thing that's starting to piss me off, and I know it's from creative, that every time a heel does something bad, at least half the crowd are doing the whole thumbs down thing.
Yeah, right.
Not now. You know,
half the people in attendance, even at the performance center.
You know, I in all honesty, that's something that even AEW does. They have the heels cheering for the heels and the baby faces cheering for the baby faces, which I'm okay with. You know, and like I said, I have no real complaints there. The only thing I respect about AEW is that they actually said, you know, they actually are an arena. Now let me ask you this, guys. What's going to happen at SummerSlam if they don't have an open arena? Well, they can have a fucking SummerSlam in a fucking gym?
Over.
Match is over, yeah. And now Seth Rollins pretending like he's going to throw up because the eye supposedly came out. Yep, he threw up. He played it off like he threw up.
Oh, my God.
Who won the match?
Seth Rollins, of course. Dominic is there with Ray. Supposedly, Ray's eye popped out, and Seth Rollins started throwing up. Of course, we only got a glimpse of it.
Somebody slipped him some oatmeal.
Yeah.
Somebody literally slipped Seth some oatmeal.
Exactly. So, all right. So this match is over. Your winner of the eye versus eye match is Rey Mysterio, is Seth Rollins. And
now he can go home and be like, Becky, now I know what morning sickness feels like.
Yeah. What's funny here is he's kind of almost looking like remorse from doing it. And he's playing it off like, I think he's sick to his stomach, but I think he's kind of like remorse from it. Like, did I do that? Boy, my Father God is going to be pissed off with me. All right. So, again, you know what? This is Extreme Rules. We got to see MVP get handed the United States Championship. We saw new SmackDown tag champs in Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. We saw Bayley keep her SmackDown Women's Championship. So far,
what the hell that was with the U.S. title?
Yeah, and then we have this eye for an eye match where Seth Rollins won. We didn't get to see the eye pulled out. They made it played off like his eye was out. I saw something like maybe a little white ball with an eye painted on it. I don't know. And Seth Rollins supposedly threw up, and he was repulsed of what he did. Well, if you were so repulsed, you wouldn't have not done it, you moron. So he's gone. He is out of there. So Ray is out of there, hopefully for wrestling for good. Dominic made an appearance at ringside to help take his father back.
Perry Saturn needs to be back there with Moppy to clean up.
Now, you said that I didn't see this. So you said that Seth Rollins kind of looks like almost remorse, like how did that happen type thing.
Yeah, he kind of played it off like he's he kind of took a step back, like did I really did this? Oh my God!
You have to wonder if this is a setup for a babyface turn.
Well, or something that he's just going to play out later. Thank you, Josh Leppard, for following and liking the stream. Thank you very much, buddy. Again, check out HWR in the HWR chat room on in the group section on Facebook. We're seeing a backstage interview with Bayley, talking about her win. She's got her tag title. She's got, I don't know. Here you go with the other egomaniac, Sasha Banks, who thinks she's pretty. You know, if she put it like this, I look at Sasha Banks. She's a good worker, but overrated. She's the only reason she got to where she is because she was related to Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I'd fuck her.
Hey, shush, Lance. You want to get in trouble like Sammy Guevara?
Well, Lance, if you're going to do that, please let me give you a recommendation.
No. Hang on, Rick. Hang on, boss. I said I would fuck her. And that would not be involuntarily on her part. Because I, unlike Sammy, know that no means no.
There you go. Go ahead, Rick.
Well, I'm saying if you could and you would, I'd say I would highly recommend you get a tetanus shot first.
Absolutely. All right.
Hey, I'm kinky like that. I'm game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up to now the horror show. It is this is non-title. This is not the title on the line. This is a swamp match. It is between Bray Wyatt and former Wyatt family member Braun Strowman, who is currently the WWE SmackDown champion. I'm guessing that's correct. And this is the swamp match, so we don't know. This is all theatrical. This is what you saw, like with the Undertaker and AJ. This is going to be similar to this. And again, this is all Bray Wyatt, and I predict Bray Wyatt will win this.
Yes.
But he won't win the title because the title's not on the line. So, like I said, this is a theatrical match. This is nothing serious. The two have history for being part of the Wyatt family. And like Rick was saying earlier, he went from being Bray Wyatt to the little friendly family funhouse thingy, Firefly Funhouse character. And then he became the Fiend, which looked like the ultimate really spooky guy who was that character was suited him. And then all of a sudden now it's reversed, and now we see him as Bray Wyatt. Unless Lance, they're trying to do the three faces of Foley, where Mick Foley portrayed Dude Love, Mankind, and Cactus Jack.
Well, go ahead, Lance.
It would work.
Okay.
I disagree. Because if you look at Mick Foley's three characters, when he was Mankind for quite some time. He even before he did the whole Rock and Sock connection thing where he kind of acted a little silly, he was still, for about a year and a half, 2 years, he was Mankind, and then he continued to do, he evolved. But, and then, of course, it was over time where, it came out, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and what happened, and they were able to flip it around.
One they should never have brought in my opinion, Dude Love.
I disagree. I think Dude Love was kind of a fun thing. Again, it was WWE when they were kind of doing all that. I had no problem with it, the little silliness added in. That really didn't bother me. What bothered me about the Fiend thing is that he was getting put over like crazy, and then fucking Goldberg, this 55-year-old fucking guy who's doesn't wrestle. I mean, he wrestles less than fucking Goldberg, and that's almost hard to do.
Okay, apparently we ain't getting the swamp fight yet.
Yeah, it looks like they're just promoting it and pushing it for later.
And it just...
Well, we're getting the Raw Women's Championship match. And for those who don't know, it is Asuka, the other half of the Kabuki Warriors. So speaking about the Kabuki Warriors, here is her tag team partner, Kairi Sane, who looks like a little bit more calmer than normally she is. She's usually very high energy, and she's just like, unless this is a setup like they've been talking about. Rumor has it that Kairi Sane is going to turn against Asuka and win a championship match, which in turn will cause a split in the Kabuki Warriors, and once she leaves, she'll be going back to Japan to be an ambassador for WWE. As far as Asuka's concerned, if she retains the title tonight, then she'll be Kairi Sane. If she doesn't, which I'm predicting is going to fall into Sasha Banks' hands, then who knows? I don't know. I feel bad for these two. So let's go, Rick. What do you think Asuka's chances are? And does it look like she put on a little weight?
A little bit.
Honestly, You talked about how Sasha Banks wanted to get a title, so Bailey and Banks would have their own significant titles. But um, now, I have not been watching WWE at least religiously for the past like 3 months. So I thought that Sasha went over to Raw.
She
Do they
is.
still have Raw and SmackDown like separated, or are they just like
Well,
back in the mix?
here's the problem with them that is really off. They are separate entities. They are. Bailey is in SmackDown. Sasha is on Raw, but they hold the WWE's World Women's Tag Team
Oh,
Championship.
so they're still tag champs.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're shared between both brands, and right now it's shared between all three brands. So in this case, what's going to happen is they are allowed to compete on each show. Individual titles cannot be like SmackDowns cannot be defended on Raw. Raw cannot be SmackDown. Vice versa. But the point here is the goal here is to kind of give both girls all the titles, all the women's titles, which is why they have the tag titles, while Bailey still retains the SmackDown Championship. And now Sasha, for what she's worth, is getting her shot at the Raw Women's Championship, which I predict, just like what happened with Bailey's match with Nikki Cross, we're going to see completely Sasha take it from there.
Right now, honestly, if you ask me, I think it's a crapshoot now. This is one of those matches where, Joe, you could be 100% right. Where we're going to see these, kind of like the Miz and Morrison back in the Attitude Era, where they were dual tag champions. And then I think Miz was the U.S. champion or the IC champion. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't exactly remember. But we're going to see that kind of a scenario. So it's either that or Banks is going to lose and eventually lose the titles and they're going to go their own way. But
again, the scenario here is which is most commonly because she's a crybaby. If Sasha wins the match, she'll have her championship, her women's championship, and she will have her tag championship. So both girls have a reason to be together constantly. So they'll be saving each other on their respective brands. If Asuka retains, Kairi Sane could get involved in this match and either cost Asuka her title, or it could be something that Asuka, like after the match, if Asuka retains, she will challenge for the championship and then leave the company, because there have been talks. Again, there have been talks about putting, Asuka and Kairi to battle one another for the championship. So again, there's a lot of what ifs here, but I'm going for the what if that Sasha's a big egomaniac. She's a crybaby, and that she wants, basically give me the ball or I'm going home, Shawn Michaels type deal. So they're gonna give her that belt so she can have two belts like Bailey, and then after that, maybe Kairi Sane will attack Asuka because she lost the belt. Because if you, I think
if it's gonna go for a heel that way, it's gonna be for a title match. So if you think it's gonna go in that direction, Asuka's gonna have to hold the title. Otherwise, that twist would be pointless.
Well, the other thing it could be, because WWE never makes sense, is give the belt to Sasha, have Kairi Sane get in the ring and just get upset with Asuka for losing belts, because they were the tag champs, and then they lost the belts to Bailey and Sasha. So I can see where this is going to be another thing. And Sasha so far is taking really, she's taking on, she's really giving it to Asuka. And again, Sasha has talent. She has an ego. Again, personally, she should, it's overrated. But again, that's WWE for you. So, Lance, what do you think about the conversation here?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking if they do Asuka, Kyrie, it needs the belt.
All right, so we're waiting here. Again, both girls are interchanging in the middle. Great moves from Asuka. Great reversals by Sasha. And again, Sasha does know how to work. It's
Yeah.
just her egomania that she'll cry and do a Shawn Michaels and go home if she doesn't have her way. So now they're highlighting both girls that are ringside. Again, Bailey is at Sasha's ringside because she has a right.
Gentlemen, I'll be right back.
Okay, and she has a right to be there because of the fact that she is a Sasha's, confidant and their tag champs. Carrie Zane is out there because she's supporting Asuka. So we'll see what happens. Sasha's chopping some little Asuka's boobies, and Rick.
Oh, don't say that. You can't say that with Sasha Banks. She might get all upset and say something that, like 5 or 6 years down the road.
Oh well, no. Well, I was saying she was chopping Asuka's boobies. Not.
No, but still, it doesn't matter. You're saying some kind of a sex thing with Sasha Banks, and then you can't do that because, she might,
Yeah,
hold it.
she might cry and whine that you talk bad about me.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
And you know what?
You know what? I'll say this. Go fuck yourself. You little.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but I think that was a kind of a dick move for her to bring it up against Sammy Guevara, which the only reason why she brought it up is because they had the hashtag speak out. Other than that, she would have never had said dick.
Well, that and also for the fact that what a snipe to do at AEW. WWE has been known to really do stuff in a real venomous way to take out their competition, as we've seen with WCW and ECW. They will do what they have. Vince will do what he has to do to make sure his product is strong. Not forgetting that during the territory days, you needed competition. This is what built talent. By wiping out all the territories, Vince literally destroyed wrestling. And I think there was one point in he had an interview, and they said, they blame him for destroying the territories, and he said it he said in the interview that if he would have thought more about it, he would have not done it, and maybe kind of bite them up and keep them separate and let them be run or something that would have kept them running. But again, you can't also blame Vince. You got to blame the promoters. Vern Gagne with the AWA, who didn't know how to manage money, didn't know how to move in the times. Paul Heyman, who definitely bounced so many checks that he might as well be working in a rubber factory. Then you have Eric Bischoff, and I can't blame Eric. Eric was doing things to keep people, but you got to blame Turner Broadcasting and AOE or AOL for pulling the money out from these people. So
well, again, when they did do that, I don't know if for those of you who are listening, the story is that Eric Bischoff thought he had the company paid and bought for, and he's like all done, and he was sitting on a beach. This is according to his book, waiting, for everything to process through, and they got the phone call and said, well, WWE overbid you. So they kind of now they own it.
Actually, WWE underbid him.
Well, they offered more money. Basically, is what I was saying.
I wonder if because I think they offered more, and they offered Eric more, but I think Eric offered more money, but he wanted the TV time. WWE said, we don't want the TV time, we just want the whole shebang. And because
Eric could have put it on a network. It was not going to be on TNT. This was WWE wanting the product. That's what that was. They said nothing. WWE, basically, whatever Eric Bischoff, let's say hypothetically, he said $10 million. Vince probably said, we'll give you 15 or whatever. He didn't name the prices.
Yeah, absolutely.
This WWE saying, we'll pay you more, give it to us.
And I think the record was that they bought I think Vince bought it for like $5 million, Because even Chris Jericho said if he would have known how low they were selling the company for, he would have bought it. What would have happened, I don't know. But anyway, there was one botch here in this match. Now it's all Sasha Banks against Asuka. This is a decent match. There was one botch by, I think Asuka didn't move into the right position. And now you got the little whiny, blue-haired bitch who's just going around. Asuka, if you're smart, just say, just lie down and say, okay, here, take the belt, you little whiny crying bitch. I'm going to Japan where I can make twice as much money. And then speak to people who can understand her. Hey, referee, you're in a bad angle.
Yeah,
Lance, do you see that angle?
I don't know. He might be looking at Sasha's ass.
She don't even have one.
no, she does not.
Oh, yeah, she used to, though.
Yeah, no, that's just flat. Now, I don't know who got. They would probably, have to do a picture saying who has a flatter ass. It'd be Sasha Banks or Charlotte.
Well, we know why Charlotte has a flatter ass. Why, Lance?
Man.
Well,
Well,
I know we've made that. That's it. WWE cut them out because they spoke out.
Lance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would keep having to deny calls. Or decline calls.
There you go. All right. So, okay, we're coming to looks like the finish part. Asuka is revving up. Sasha's hanging on the corner rope. And let's see there. She's just wasting time charging in. Asuka has been putting on like nice weight because her boobs are a little bit bigger. Her rear end is bigger. Her thighs are bigger. I can tell you that. That oh my God, Lance! Did you see that move in the corner?
Yeah. Damn.
You see that? Do you see that?
Oh, Asuka is bleeding like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, look, they're communicating. People saw it on camera. Asuka, after the move, started rubbing Sasha's head to see she was okay. Sasha grabbed her arm and rubbed and squeezed it a couple of times, like, yes, I am, like, cold. So, if you guys...
well, if you remember, before they had the empty arena, they would actually talk a little bit. And before they added in the plexiglass, so they started smacking on the plexiglass, you could hear them talk. You could hear the ring talk, so to speak.
Yeah. But this was clearly a wrestling bad moment. Bad camera work because you got to see the, like pretty much what people say. You could see them communicating, and that was the move was so serious that Asuka had to communicate with Sasha, and Sasha had to communicate back.
So what exactly happened? I missed the, obviously I didn't see the spot, so explain what happened.
Him do the nonverbal signals than actual verbal talking to each other.
Yeah, Rick, what basically happened was Asuka did some sort of like a DDT while Sasha was on the turnbuckle in the corner. And the move looks like it was so devastating that they had to communicate to make sure that it was right. Sasha with a beautiful frog splash on Asuka from the top rope.
Her tribute to Eddie.
A tribute to Eddie. And now the crippler crossface, which they won't say who it belonged to.
Benoit!
Mm-hmm.
Damn, he's allergy.
Well, all right, so Asuka is in the crippler crossface, even though she's not synced in properly because Sasha didn't wrap the legs around, but Asuka is trying. I don't even think she has her in a bank statement yet. It's not even that.
She's just got her in a headlock.
Yeah, at that point. But
so is she bleeding hard, or is this just kind of like a little bit of a bloody nose?
No,
it's a nice cut on her arm.
It's like a little
a
trigger.
cut on her arm. I thought it was gonna be in the face.
No.
Okay, then I missed. I see. I guess I had to see the spot because you said she did TDT from the second rope,
Well,
and
Asuka did the move to Sasha, and Sasha hit down hard, and basically both women have been going at it again, taking nothing away from Sasha Banks. She is a good worker. It's just her ego in and out of the ring that damages her pretty much her career.
Yeah.
She's getting this shot because Bailey probably like licked her pussy and say, "Hey, Big, hey, maybe we could do this angle."
And if anybody has video of that, please leak it.
All right. Oh no, no, no. Okay, this was a backdrop, a back suplex that was bad. Sasha almost got pinned. Here comes another Eddie Guerrero suplex, an Asuka-plex.
Asuka, protect yourself. You know who you're in there with.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Sasha's been known to hurt people, and that's another thing too. Well, Asuka's been doing these nice yes
Sasha
kicks.
Botch.
Yeah, the nice yes kicks followed up by a running knee to the face.
Wait,
So,
what's Japanese for yes?
yes.
Now, here's the thing that I'm trying to figure out because they had the Shining Wizard, which is pretty much a running knee to the face while they're laying down or sitting down. And now they're just calling it a running knee strike.
Yeah, it's a running knee strike. Well, here we go. We have again another good high move by Asuka. Now the match is reversed. Now Asuka's in full of control, and now it is Sasha Banks who's doing all the kickouts. So here we go. Big butt hit by Asuka, and now Asuka's trying to climb up the second rope. Kairi Sane is there at ringside. Again, here we go. Well,
that's a nice shot.
That was a bad move right there. That was a botch and a half. Sasha moved out of another big splash by Asuka. Sasha moved out of the way, and basically Sasha rebounded by giving her a knee to the face and then a quick cover, but only got to 2. So again, back and forth. This match has been back and forth. And let me just say this: these girls are not huge. You know, they're small, little, maybe 5'4", 5'6". You know, maybe lucky that Sasha's 100 pounds.
The perfect range.
And well, yeah.
I like what I like,
damn it. And you know, and they're performing at a high level. You know, but here we go. Now they're fighting on the top. Asuka was going to superplex her, Sasha off the top, but Sasha fought back. I think we're coming to the end. This match has been going on too long, and the egos here of Sasha Banks and her phony hair. You can tell the hair is phony. It's falling off. She's going to try now a different move. She's climbing up to the top. Well, nope. She was going to climb to the top. Asuka blocked it, and now they're doing something. Lance? Oh, no. No.
Oh, later, bitch.
This can't be. They can't do this.
Long, bitch.
Oh! No sold.
Oh, she got so lucky with that.
Yeah, and double knee to the chest. Oh, she slipped. She fucked up. No, her knee. I saw her knee gave out. Okay, for fans who are watching, Asuka was gonna do a complete superplex. It was gonna do a reverse superplex. Sasha landed on her knees, and it looks like. And
no, did you see how close Sasha came to landing on her damn head?
Oh yeah, and now they're doing a kayfabe. Sasha was gonna run and to do a move on the second rope. She's doing a kayfabe injury. That's for her knees. So now both girls are slugging it out in the middle of the ring. So that was kind of a move that was really dangerous, but I wish it would have happened because we would have got rid of Sasha Banks. Sasha trying to do an arm lock. Nope. Asuka
Oh,
reversed it into
she's
the.
going for the bank. She was going for the bank statement.
Now, Asuka, here we go with the interference. And, nope. Kairi Sane and now Bailey are slugging it out. Whoop. Bailey to belly on
Kyrie.
on Kyrie. There's women everywhere, people. Back and forth move by Sasha Banks and by Asuka, and they're really going back and forth on this.
Nice
This is really
chain wrestling. I gotta say, nice little bit of chain wrestling.
absolutely. It was hard to keep up with them for a moment. Oh, there's the tag belt. It was thrown in, and now the referee getting rid of the tag belt. Here comes Bailey with the other tag belt to try to hit Asuka. And Asuka kicking Bailey on the head. And something's going on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here comes the mist, Lance. Here comes the mist.
Yeah, she's slid her in the pouch.
And Sasha's got the belt in her hand, the tag title. She's waiting for Asuka to turn around. Asuka's going to hit her in the face with this whiff. Nope, the referee's fighting, now taking the tag belt away from Sasha Banks. And here comes, I bet the referee's going to get hit with the mist. Yep, I called it. Referee got hit with that. And here comes Sasha Banks back. And nope, here we go. Again, reversal. Bailey back in the ring. Sludges Asuka with the belt. Rolls the belt out, wakes the referee, so tries to clear his face from the mist. Kairi Sane, who wait a minute. Sasha just ripped the shirt off the referee and is putting on the referee shirt.
I'm pretty sure that's not legal.
1, 2, 3. I don't know. Maybe the power of the shirt gives her referee abilities.
It's WWE. Anything makes sense.
Yeah, this. All right. Well, here it is. It doesn't make any sense, fans, whatsoever. But again, this is WWE. Sasha. Bailey is giving Sasha the Raw Women's Championship. Referee got blinded legitimately by the mist from Asuka. Asuka then got attacked by Bailey. Referee still was down, so Sasha took Bailey took the shirt off of the referee, and now Bailey basically put the shirt on herself, made the 3 count, and gave the belt to Sasha Banks. Now, how is this going to affect them? Folks, I'm at a loss. But apparently, it's being stuck with. The decision's staying. Is that true, Lance?
Well, we'll have to see tomorrow.
I'm just hearing this, and I don't have to see it already. My brain's like, what?
This is some wonky shit.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we just saw that the United States Championship be handed to MVP for legitimate reason, but they could have come up with something better. Then we have now this kibosh. Both girls were doing right. We knew the scenario was going to be that Bailey was going to interfere on Sasha's behalf.
But her doing the 3 count and being injured and the ref makes no sense.
Yeah, basically the referee, Sasha saw these mist about to be sprayed. She ducked. Referee was right there, and you can easily tell because the referee was in position for this. He was in the right position to get hit with it. He's blind. He can't see. So Bailey removes his referee shirt off, slides it on herself. I give that endowed her with the power of the refereeing. And she went in there and made the count. And now Sasha Banks is the Raw Women's Champion because of that.
By the power of Grayskull, Sasha.
Yeah.
Bailey
Yeah.
has the power to referee.
So, and I honestly thought that, either Seth or Rey Mysterio losing an eyeball is going to be the worst part of the match. I retract my last statement.
Yeah.
This has just been a shit show. So far from bell to bell, you could say, yeah, the wrestling in the match was good, but just some of the outcomes, crying out loud, if Jim Cornette doesn't bitch about this for an hour and a half, then he's truly lost the plot.
I think I am a member of the cult of Cornette, but Corny gonna shit talk this if he's even watching it.
This is gonna go down. Well, now we see Carly Caruso. My God, look at those boobs. Yeah, I'm sorry. I will say this to all the women out there who are offended. Don't be. For those who have boobs, I just love boobs. I'm sorry. So.
And you know what the fucked up part is?
We all love boobs.
No, well, of course. But you know what? You have these women who get the breast implants or augmentations, whatever it is you want, and then when you compliment them, it's how dare you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you put something on you and then say it's nice? Somebody puts a necklace on you, say nice necklace.
Yeah.
Shit. You put your boobs in there for a reason, and I'm sure it wasn't just for your figure. It's because somebody wants to see your shape.
Well, the only reason that Charlotte put boobs on was to hide the illegal records of her fiance Andrade, so they don't try to deport him. So that's why.
And also to draw people's eyes away from Captain Winky.
Yeah. So.
You mean Miss Cameltoe?
No, that's Sasha Banks.
Oh, okay. All right, I missed something there. Okay.
We're coming up now to the WWE Universal Championship. It is Drew McIntyre, who has come a long way from his debut as the chosen one for Vince on SmackDown. He became the three-man band. He left to go to Impact. He became a champion, changed his whole character. Came back far better. Teamed up with Dolph Ziggler to become really dominant tag champs. And then dropped that, and now is the WWE Universal Championship. Then you have Ziggler. Guys, here is a guy who was part of the Spirit Squad. And,
Nikki!
Yeah. And he had a little bit of career with Boost with that. It wasn't great. Then he left and came back as Dolph Ziggler, and his whole thing changed. He was actually looked at as the next Shawn Michaels. And he went through so many championships, from the World Championship to the Intercontinental to Tag Champs. I'm not sure, guys, was he a United States champion too?
I think he's a Grand Slam champion.
Okay. So the man has paid his dues there. But this also goes to show you the era of WWE where they really don't have enough talent pool, because, out of so many people they did have, they have, and again, taking nothing away from Dolph Ziggler, Rick, but here is Drew McIntyre. Don't you think there could have been somebody else that could have maybe been in that room? Bobby Lashley or somebody else?
That was actually one of my complaints I put over in the HWR chat room. I did a kind of pick some predictions. And, again, they've already had this Ziggler-McIntyre feud, even though that was shortly how they broke up the tag team. And now it comes full circle. So they could have done so many other competitors up there that would have had a shot, but unfortunately they just said, no, we'll just throw them, we'll just throw him to Ziggler because Ziggler's, well, he's a stepping stone anyway.
Yeah, but there are worse guys. This could have been in this match with McIntyre.
It's very true. And Lance, I'm going to toss this to you real quick. We have not yet heard the stipulation for this match. Maybe I missed it, but Ziggler has not announced.
I think we're about to.
Okay. Well, Lance, let me just say this. Ziggler is a multi-talented guy. He's a multiple champion. He's still young in a sense, and he has a lot going for him. Does he need the championship?
No. And he won't get it because they won't put the belt on him.
And then, Rick, same question to you. Does he deserve this championship?
Does he deserve one? Yes. Will he? Well, that's an entirely different conversation. I would think that Ziggler would be smart enough and say, you know what, let me get the hell out of here. Even if we went over to Impact, and I know, Joe, we've all talked about Impact. If we went over there for a couple of months, recreated this character, such as Dolph Ziggler, he probably would have a better chance coming back because the character that Dolph Ziggler has now is not working. He's trying to make it work for the past some odd years, where even though he was like the show off with Vicky Guerrero, it's still the same character. He just changed his hairdo. He went from the blonde beach bomb guy. Then he had the David Lee Roth hairdo, and now he's got whatever hairdo he's wearing now.
It's like a slick back ponytail. Oh, damn, she's hot. Sorry, they just shot to Casey and...
All right. Well, both guys are in the ring right now. The stipulation hasn't been announced yet, I don't think.
Nope.
So unless they decide to do it's everything, tables, ladders, and chairs, and steel cage, but then I don't see a steel cage.
I don't see a cage up there.
Yeah, I didn't see a cage go.
No, it's gonna be some silly one.
Or is this gonna be something that they say it's been done, but play it off as brand new?
Their last man?
No, my guess is it's going to be something that's going to be given Dolph Ziggler everything in his favor. It's going to be an uphill or the, dare I say, quote unquote, uphill battle for Drew McIntyre, but he'll still prevail and he'll still get the win.
Yeah.
That's the story.
I think the story was they was going to do a tables, ladders, and chairs. And I don't know if it's just been done for a Universal title, because that's what he could mean. He says, well, this match has not, even though a tables, ladders, and chairs match has obviously been done, but it's never been done for the Universal Championship.
It's not the Universal. This is a WWE title.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, is it? Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay. Yes.
Braun has
Universal.
Yes. Yeah, okay. These guys in their belts.
Right.
Yeah, well,
right
I get that one. They don't need the extra title, If anything, they should have been smart, brought back the world title, but that would be too much for ask for WWE. That would make too much sense.
If anything, they should bring back the Winged Eagle and get rid of this bullshit version.
That ain't going to happen. That's wishful thinking. It won't happen. If they do, they're going to have to redesign it.
They won't, but they should.
Well, yeah, they should do a lot of other things. They should, bring Vince McMahon out to pass and shoot him, but that's not going to happen.
Right.
Vince McMahon should step down and say, okay, you know what? It's time for you guys to take the reins. That's not going to happen.
To be honest, when I finally do build my own studio in this house, I'm getting a Winged Eagle replica and putting it on the wall, because just for decoration.
Yeah, and that's cool. I had a thought. Oh, okay, guys. Did you watch? So we watched our fight for the Forum last night and the other night, and that's of course on AEW. What did you think about Brian Cage losing to Moxley when having Taz throw in the towel? Did that make any sense at all?
No. Looks like the end of Taz and Cage.
Well, Joe, you with us?
Yeah, absolutely. I just got back. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I brought up the topic of Brian Cage losing to John Moxley after Taz threw in the towel.
You know what? What a way to build up your character, a guy, and then smash him out. But
yeah,
big.
they could have had him lose other ways. I think what they should have done is have him beat the hell out of Moxley. And out of frustration, because Moxley wouldn't go down, submit, whatever, he starts punching you up, beat the shit out of him, and then does push the ref away out of frustration, and he gets the DQ. That would have made sense.
Yep, and then give it a chance to fight another day, Now, what was the stipulation? Anybody knows?
I don't know.
If they had the announcement, I don't know. Because obviously, for the 25th time, I'm not watching it.
For even whenever we do the live reactions, I have it muted so not to cause any problems.
Yeah, so far I have not seen it being anything different. It just seems to be a normal match because the referee's still counting them both out of the ring.
I would you might want to listen to the audio then, Joe. I know that you were usually muted, but you might want to turn it up a little bit.
All right. Well, everybody. Well, looks like Ziggler's getting a chair. Let me see. So far, it is. It looks like a chairs match. But I'm gonna check the audio real quick, guys. Hold on.
All right.
All right. I figured out what it is. Ziggler can use any weapon of his choice, but not the champion. So if the
I called it.
Yep. So if the champion uses it, he could lose the title. But if Ziggler loses it, he wins the title. If he can win the match, so
he can win the match. He doesn't get disqualified, but McIntyre can get disqualified and lose his title at the same time.
Exactly.
And what I said, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a whole hot bill battle. But you know what? I'm still saying that McIntyre is getting the win.
Yeah.
Now, funny thing here is at one point, McIntyre was actually going to use a chair to hit Ziggler, and he kind of again, I guess because they have a history, he kind of shook his head no and threw it out, and Ziggler is bringing out a table. So again, he can do whatever he wants, but McIntyre can't. Kind of a nice little unique match setup because it hasn't been done where the champion is actually handicapped.
Yeah.
But still, wait a minute. Oh, nice. McIntyre was going to suplex Ziggler on the chair. He had him up in the air. He was going to drop him down, but turned around and dropped him on the floor. So again,
I think that might have been more devastating.
Yeah, I think so too, Lance. So all right, so we're back here with Extreme Rules, and we have the WWE Heavyweight Championship. This is actually, in my opinion, the true WWE title belt, because that's the belt that has lineage back to Bruno and everybody. So
with the next show being SummerSlam, and SummerSlam is considered the WrestleMania of the summer, right?
Mm-hmm. The
What
biggest
are
show
the
of the
odds?
summer.
What are the odds we'll see a 2-night SummerSlam?
Oh God,
Oh.
please don't do that. I won't watch it. If it's a 2 night show, I won't even be for the show. I'll be like, yeah, what happened? Okay, good.
Well, right. Let's see here. Well, Ziggler just hit McIntyre
And his
in the Captain
McIntyre.
Winkies.
He just hit him in his McIntyres.
Yep, and he's down. And not a disqualification because there's not Ziggler can't be disqualified. Ziggler's now brought in several chairs, and again, this is the challenger's, preference, and this is a way for the challenger to literally like steal a win out of this. No one has ever done that, you know. So usually you see this in hardcore matches. Lance, does it look like Ziggler's arm got a cut by one of his elbow? I believe his right elbow.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bad hit. McIntyre put his throat on the seat of the chair, and Ziggler hit him on it, and now, or the back of the chair, excuse me, and Ziggler hit him with it and made him like supposedly choke on it, and now he's whacking him with this chair. The chair shots are not being withheld. And again, but here's the funny thing: can the champion get counted out? I don't think so either. If the champion gets counted out, he could be keeping his title.
I'm guessing he's gonna lose. If he loses, he loses the title, one way or another. If it's DQ, I wouldn't be surprised if it's those others. If he hasn't mentioned it, I'm sure Ziggler would do the kind of what GM would do and say, "Oh, hold on, I added that in. You didn't hear me? I said it," type thing.
Yeah. Now here's a little bit of a controversy right here. Here's a little bit of a controversy. McIntyre was outside. Ziggler jumped out. McIntyre grabbed him and suplexed him, kind of a back suplex, on the announcer's table. Now he is clearing it off to use the weapon, not use the table. But Lance, shouldn't he already been lost because he threw Ziggler on it?
No. Because even during regular matches, people have rolled guys onto tables.
On table and throw them into the stairs, throw them up against a post. We've seen that happen all the time. This isn't the days of old, Joe, where even if you throw a wrestler over the top rope or hit him with a punch to the face, you get DQ'd. Doesn't happen like that anymore.
Oh no, absolutely. But according to the stipulations, isn't the table still a weapon? So that's what I'm saying. He actually put.
No, I think that's kind of a given thing where it's like, all right, that flies.
Okay. Well, Ziggler on the outside did a nice rocker dropper on McIntyre, which is a leg drop basically. And now they're back in the ring. McIntyre is not. It looked like he's climbed to the top rope. Him and Ziggler did a little bit of exchange right there, and now he's on the top rope. And nope, Ziggler moved out of the way, and Ziggler jumped on him to put him in a sleeper hold. And Ziggler is holding on. I guess the referee can't. I guess they can't break the hold now because, again, part of the stipulation. So, in the middle of the ring, Ziggler has McIntyre in a nice sleeper hold.
How many times have we seen it though before where it's supposed to be no DQ, and the ref at some point accidentally forgot that it's a DQ where they actually start counting, and even the commentator's like, there's no DQ. What is this guy doing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then again, WWE logic made it where since Hell in a Cell's a no DQ match, they can end in disqualification.
Yeah. Or that the wrestlers cannot continue, so it's over. All right.
Yeah, and yeah.
McIntyre with a nice clothesline off Ziggler, both on it. McIntyre's holding his right pec muscles and shoulder. Hopefully he didn't tear anything in it. Ziggler rolls out to the outside. Lance, does it look like Ziggler like rolled in a bunch of paint because his tights look like he just rolled in paint?
Yeah, the sides of his legs do quite a bit.
Well, Ziggler just crashed into the plexiglass on ringside. And again, everybody, thanks for watching the stream. Like, subscribe, and follow on my channel. Just do the hashtag ScoldJustRealm. Check out HWR chat room on the group section on Facebook. Just look up HWR chat room, and you can see it on the screen above. Right now, we are taking a hiatus from doing the show. But when we return, you can check us out on Friday nights at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And again, now, boom.
And I've got to say, if you like cooking videos or guitar videos, come check me and my crazy ass bunch of friends on Tuesday nights on Lance Moss TV and Friends, or on my cooking video and guitar building day Friday at Lance Moss TV.
There you go. That's good. Put that in there.
Damn it, I gotta get it plug in somewhere.
Gotta get it plug in.
So are they gonna do, like, you know, at the opening of that other horror show match or the Swamp show? Are they gonna do like a Once Upon a Time?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
It's gonna be like something like what happened with the Undertaker match with AJ. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, we figured that out. That's kind of an obvious thing. They did that before, actually, with the with Bray Wyatt. Before he did that, he kind of did the what do they call it? The
what is it? His what was it? The camp something?
Compound. Yes,
the
the compound. Oh, no, it was the Harley compound.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was that, you know, Wyatt home. We'll just call it the Wyatt House. You know, fight, and then they had to do the same thing with the Fiend, and now all of a sudden they're gonna do it again. So it just seems, you know, again, the WWE does this more often than not. And
but to be fair, boss, the theatrical matches they've been doing have pretty much been best of the night each time they've done them.
Oh yeah, because it is just that a little movie.
Well, and I'm not discrediting that. It's okay, you know, you're right. What they had at WrestleMania Night 2, AJ Styles versus Undertaker, it was a great match. When they AEW did the Stampede fight between the Inner Circle and the Elite, that was also very entertaining. But, you know, they need to kind of come back and say, okay, you know what can we really do to be original? What can we do? Ross, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but the Raw ratings this past Monday has been the lowest it's ever had since the debut of Monday Night Raw.
Absolutely. Really going back, Ziggler from with a top rope outside, from inside to the outside, Macho Man elbow. He put Drew McIntyre through a table, and now I guess countouts are in effect because he rolled back in before the count out. Because I guess if he's counted out, he can also lose the title. So Ziggler was surprised at that. Ziggler's got a bad, like a back scrape mark on his back. And his elbow is bleeding, Lance. Do you see that?
Yeah.
He's kind of beaten up there.
Now, I over the HWR chat room, I have been putting who wins and who losses, and I'd like to give a shout out to Ryan Arnold, and he said they're going to reverse the decision on Raw about how Sasha Banks got the win over Asuka.
And they probably won't.
Mm-hmm. Or they'll set up a rematch for SummerSlam. Zigzag on McIntyre. So again, McIntyre.
And he
what
sells that son of a bitch.
And a small rock bottom onto a chair by Ziggler on McIntyre and got a 2 count. This is really, so far it's been really good match, Lance. Compared to everything else so far I've seen, I gotta say this one has been much better. I gotta say, really, compared to the other matches we've seen, this has got to be match of the night until we see the main event.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying when McIntyre was running around with Shane O'Mac, that he deserves to be a main event guy or the face of a brand, and this just keeps proving me right, or keeps, well, yeah, like I said, proving that I was correct in my assertion there.
All right, well, Ziggler getting a little bit upset and started throwing chairs at the at the plexiglass with the fans or not the fans, but the NXT performance guys. And here comes the sweet chin music out of Ziggler. And a Claymore kick out of nowhere by McIntyre. Holy shit. There we go. Match over for me, Lance.
Sweet Loch Ness music.
There you go. That was an incredible match. Sweet chin music was getting ready, and the Claymore kick came out of nowhere. You know, there we, and still, even with the hard stipulations.
And apparently that dude in the green bandana and the green face mask, really happy.
Yeah, I see that. Your winner and still WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Drew McIntyre. So, both guys put on a hell of a match. A great match so far. So, match of the night for me, Lance. I don't know about you.
Absolutely. But I do got a little joke. If Drew McIntyre is changing somebody, helping somebody change the wheel on their car, would he be Drew Fixentire? I never said it was a good joke.
Well, it's just like when Kofi Kingston early and then I got thrown through a table. Did I make the table a coffee table?
Yes.
Boom. All right. So Claymore kick for the win. Both guys did a hell of a match. I think if you look back at some of the other matches, none of them really hold up. This one is holding up really well compared to the other ones. When we really didn't see much, we have new SmackDown tag team champions in Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. We have Bayley, who retained her SmackDown Women's Championship. Drew McIntyre retains his WWE SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, that girl was kind of freaking out there. Did you see that? Or was that a dude with the green hair?
That's a chick that's just enjoying herself.
Okay, somebody passed out too much drugs on her.
And, well, Ray and Rollins was an okay match.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But let's not forget the instant classic that was MVP versus Apollo Crews.
Oh yeah, we couldn't forget.
Oh yeah, you mean the one that didn't happen?
You know what? Out of the women's matches, they weren't really that spectacular. I'm tired of seeing the same women. I'm tired of seeing Sasha Banks, Bayley, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki. It's great; they're great workers. But Lance, even you have to agree. Even though I know I like Alexa Bliss, and you like Nikki Cross. We need to see We need to see other women step up.
Well, see, here's the thing, Joe. Who are ready and have been built up to be ready just yet to step into that group?
Oh my God, we can't really say anything. That's
it right there. You just called it, Joe. I don't know other people in the roster. I mean, Nikki Cross could definitely get the right push.
Yeah.
It's not really who should get it. It's who, needs that push. Nikki Cross, yeah, she's been in hundreds of different titles, but she's never actually won a singles women's match or singles title. Excuse me. They could bring up a couple of other wrestlers. Io Shirai, I think she's a great wrestler.
Rhea Ripley.
Naomi, I think she should be getting a good push. I don't know why they're not doing anything with her. I mean, we can make jokes about, her being married to Uso, but
I think that's what holds her back. All right, we're in the swamp fight now. Bray Wyatt is dressed in his old Wyatt family outfit, and he's sitting in the chair. And here comes Braun Strowman driving in a pickup.
now I'm guessing they have like the old, like his old classic entrance music, as opposed to the Fiend version. They're both the same songs, but one is kind of like a heavy metal, and that's for the Fiend, and the other one's kind of like a bluesish type, one. Very somber, very dark.
We can go back. All right, so we are back, and we are watching here. And Bilal Asgar, thank you for liking the stream. And again, we're watching WWE's Extreme Rules, the horror show. Again, we're not streaming the pay-per-view. You will have to get the pay-per-view, and we're just offering our commentary in our thing. Already, where they started with the theatrics, where it is Bray Wyatt disappearing from his rocker. And now this is a non-title match. This is not for the Universal Championship.
Joe, would you say Bray Wyatt is off his rocker?
I think he's been off his rocker for some time, Lance. All right, so we're watching this, and Chris McLear says Shayna Baszler could be moving up. There, you know what? I will definitely love to see that. What I would like to see is, guys, I don't know what about you. Wait a minute, what the hell? Okay, we have masked individuals attacking Bray Wyatt. Braun Strowman. Now we got a clip back of
looking like Bray's Mystery Science 3000.
Yeah, I love that thing. I love that show. So we have Braun Strowman being attacked by some individuals in the swamp. Occasionally, you're seeing Bray Wyatt come as the cheerleader and all that. But Chris McLear says Shayna Baszler. I have to agree with him on that. I would personally like to see Shayna Baszler just be fully unleashed, managed by Paul Heyman as like, I am the advocate for Shayna Baszler.
Paul Heyman even? I thought he got removed from WWE because
he's still with the company. He's just not in management right now.
Right.
Oh, okay, all right. I misunderstood. But again, we can also see is definitely get the push. Lacey Evans, great talent right there. Mandy Rose.
Oh yeah.
No, she's not ready yet.
Yeah, and like we said, Ember Moon.
She's kind of like falling off the edge of the world.
Yeah, well, I think she's quarantined.
Yeah. Here's another thing, real quick, to catch up. There was two people that attacked Braun Strowman. Then another individual came up, which was Braun Strowman wearing the old black sheep mask, and attacked Braun Strowman, you could say that. And now he woke up. He's in this chair into the rocker, chained with a lot of stuff around him. Chris McLear says Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. It won't be Luke Harper because he is Brody Lee in AEW, so he's not coming.
And didn't Eric Rowan get his ass released?
Yeah, but I think he can also come back because I don't think he's doing anything. I think he was just sitting there waiting, so I don't know.
Well, again, I think for him, And a lot of WWE guys, even though they've been released, now they can quarantine. Um,
Yeah.
because I mean, who's really signing people up? I mean, Impact, they don't give a shit because they're just desperate. Um, AEW, even before all this happened, they even made it sense that they said clear that hey, we're not going to be hiring a lot of people. Um,
Especially if they come from Vince.
Not necessarily.
No, they literally said we are not going to pull a WCW and everybody that comes from
Yes,
Vince.
that's what I was
Don't
saying.
expect them here.
So, you have those guys that's going to unfortunately be on that list, and there'll be other ones that they're going to pull in. I guess from what I understand, I don't know if you heard about the story about Gallows and Anderson. I guess they went to New Japan, and they were kind of pissed off about how they were released from the WWE.
Well, and now there's rumors that they are signed for Impact. One real quick.
Oh, Impact, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about the Impact deal, from what I understand, as long as they can make the TV tapings, they can pretty much do the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Or they could do the deal with EC3. Now EC3, you have to wonder where he's going to show up. That was a one night deal. He was at Slammiversary,
Okay.
and he clarified that he is not there. It's like, yeah, I guess he's still kind of in that like new character that he's working out. And he said, yeah, and I quote, "I have no home right now.
Yeah.
John bouncing around where I land. Time will tell type situation."
Yeah.
Now, one thing I am gonna say this real quick. We had someone he didn't put it on HWR, but he tried to put it on my thing. He tried to put in a live stream link for people. I delete that. I'm sorry.
Can't do that.
We can't do that. We're not gonna risk my stream, especially. So, Muhammad, whatever your name is, because he has the Arabic lettering. Yeah, I deleted it and I took that off the chat. So please don't post that up again, because that I do not want links to the live stream. Again, I encourage everybody to go to WWE Network with this. So, right now we're at the end anyway. Okay, so going back to this matches. Well, Braun Strowman is still chained to a chair, and here is Bray Wyatt in this weird little house with doll pieces hanging above him.
This is a trailer. They are in a trailer right now.
Yeah, well, I gotta say this too. This is kind of weird because Braun Strowman just can slide his arms out. It's just weird. This is absolutely weird from it. From this, again, Rick. We know how WWE loves to do the theatrical stuff, but this, I don't know. This is.
I don't know
weird.
what they're saying. What he's saying. I mean, clearly he's. I'm guessing right now Bray Wyatt's kind of like mocking and kind of like preaching his bullshit as usual. And like I said, yeah, like you said, it's just a matter of him breaking it off. And the chains look like they're plastic, so I'm sure instead of sliding them out, he's gonna probably break them out or whatever.
Yeah, Chris McLear says he can break the chains. So
yeah, exactly.
Right now he's just mocking him. It's mocking Bray Wyatt, and again, we're looking at he's mocking Braun Strowman, trying to convert him back into the Black Sheep gimmick. Sivan, thank you for liking the stream. You've been sometimes on. You've been on my streams before, so thanks for liking this one. And now again, we see the trash talking between, kind of like I would say the hypnotizing, or kind of the trying to convince him to change Lance.
Yeah, kinda.
So we're seeing that right now. This is, like I said, they're going back and forth on this.
I didn't pay an extra $10 for this.
Yeah, And again, we're looking at this right here. It is, like I said, it's something. It's, you know, uh-oh, what the hell? Somebody's coming.
It could have been worse. We could have paid $30-$40 for this.
Somebody has a. Hey, Lance.
Oh hell no.
Lance, do you see a woman, Sister
Yeah.
Abigail?
Yeah.
And the girl has short blonde hair.
I wonder if it's what's your name? Who's working with Killian Cross? I didn't think it would be, but it would make sense.
I think it was like Liv Morgan. All right, well, we're back now. Braun Strowman is outside. He was by a campfire. And now again...
Didn't he just got bit by a snake?
He got bit by a snake, and now he's outside by a campfire, and he's being attacked by some weird individual. Now there's a guy. I don't know who he is. Who is this guy?
No idea, but clearly he's getting his ass kicked, so I'm guessing it's a local jobber or somebody who works behind the scenes.
Well, yeah, he's a big guy. Oh, he's probably a stunt guy. Yeah, he's probably a stunt person. So he's off and running.
Yeah, he's on fire, so yeah, he's a stunt guy.
Well, Braun Strowman is playing off that he's still bitten by the snake. And again, he's outside. I would have loved to see who the girl was, the woman was. And there is
there,
look. There, yes.
What is it? Oh.
Alexa Bliss?
Oh, mamacita.
What?
Little big.
Is she as, like...
No.
Is she playing as Sister Abigail or what?
God, I hope not.
No, I think you should just using her image for here.
Or...
I hope it's just mind games.
Yeah, I hope it's just mind games. It could be somebody. I would have put Liv Morgan into this.
Yeah.
So...
But I like the psychological aspect of that, because that was the diva or the female wrestler that he's most known to be associated with.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it probably was like a mindfuck situation.
Yeah. All right, Bray Wyatt. He had Braun Strowman in some sort of eye lock, if you want to call it that. And Braun Strowman just rock-bottomed him through a pier. And Bray Wyatt fell onto a boat. Now, Lance, they do all this. This doesn't make sense if he loses. Bray Wyatt loses on a match that he created.
Of course it makes sense. You've seen this happen more than once. And I would not be surprised if Braun Strowman won.
Yeah. Well, now the boat moved away from the dock.
Then he's coming back.
And now Braun turns around.
Oh,
and there is somebody. Now another boat is coming in.
The Fiend, maybe? I don't know.
Let's see here.
That could be.
That could be, yeah. Bray Wyatt could be going away, and the Fiend could be arriving. So one boat went, another boat's coming in. Where's the boatman? He needs to get paid for this.
They probably got dudes in scuba gear pushing this shit to keep.
No, because keep in mind this is pre-taped and everything else. They can say cut and then push it back down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but
it'd be very easy for them to be pushing it from behind.
Well,
and go where it's supposed to go.
Well, here it is. Bray Wyatt just came out of nowhere and is attacking Braun Strowman in the water and the alligators are waking up. So, isn't this a kind of murder? This could be considered murder, trying to drown someone, just like...
Nah, yes and no. I mean, I don't think it's going to go a full drown, but even still...
No, I know.
When he got attacked by a snake, he's still walking around like, oh, shit, I stubbed my toe.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and this was like, okay.
You know, I'm sorry, but at this point, Braun Strowman looks like Hillbilly Jim. Yeah.
Hey, don't go messing with the country boy.
You know what, Rick, boss man? Truer words have never been spoken.
Now watch him get attacked by an alligator or something.
And that's coming from a redneck, so.
All right. Well, now we have some laughing children. Oh, we have Bray Wyatt now attacking Braun Strowman again. You know what? And again, I feel bad for Bray Wyatt because the guy's a good worker and he is being, you know, has to lose some of his great matches that he creates or they create for him. Look at that. Bray Wyatt is phoning it's hitting him in a very phony manner with an axe handle. And this is okay. Well, Bray is laughing at one thing. Braun is standing up, turning around. You know, it almost reminds me of, even though he I think he did it differently. Look back in the old '80s, early '80s, and there is Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster. He used to do a whole cult thing.
Sullivan, my son, my son.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
remember that.
And he used to come up with a lot. Well, okay, Braun Strowman just kicked Bray Wyatt into the water, and he disappeared.
Sullivan had people convinced he was a Satanist.
Yeah, and they still to this day think he's a Satanist.
And there are some, and depending on the day, myself included, might or might not think. There are some people that think that he might have had something to do with his ex-wife.
Oh my
death.
God! They ended the thing
What?
with him being with Bray Wyatt going under.
The fuck?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no! Wait! Bray Wyatt with the mandible claw. Why would you put the ending logo up? Right? I think
Maybe that was kind of a quick switch, and I don't know.
Or maybe they put it too early. They didn't realize it.
Yeah. Somebody get fired for that one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, both are underwater fighting. This is like an old Godzilla movie where they fight underwater. They were scrapping and fighting and hitting each other. And we are waiting to see what happens next. Oh, woe is me. Okay,
What?
now it's bloody water. Somebody has her period.
No.
After those two masculine
I think the Fiend's going to show up with his all red and blood and shit.
Yeah, there he is.
Ah, I called it.
Holy
I called it.
That's a scary shit. Now imagine a movie like that. That should be a movie. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Click. Somebody turn on the light. Somebody turn on the lights. Okay, I guess it's over. Okay. It's over. Wow.
You know what a bad way to end it?
That
Well, at
way?
least they brought back with the Fiend, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering, now that retrospect, if they kind of had to do that after that whole fucking Goldberg shenanigans where they said, okay, fine, he's gone. They bring back this Bray Wyatt, and then all of a sudden we see the return of the Fiend. I don't know, but I mean, like I said, I'm glad the Fiend's back. I hope he's as dominant as he was before. This is the title match, right?
No,
No.
that was non-title.
Oh, it was a non-title match. Okay.
Yeah. Um, well, wow. Again, shocking. They did the whole thing. For a minute, they did that little logo. I guess they didn't want the logo being in the way when the Fiend came up, so I guess that's why they did that. Smart in a production sense. Um, so I'm guessing the winner is the Fiend or Bray Wyatt, whichever one. We've seen Lance. We've been through this pay per view. It was kooky and crazy from beginning to end. Let's recap some of the matches. We had uh, Kevin Owens over Buddy Murphy in the pre-show match.
Yes.
Um, that was a decent match. We saw the New Day lose their SmackDown Tag Team titles to Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. We see, we saw pretty much MVP walk away with the United States Championship. Um,
I still don't understand that one, but okay.
okay, we'll go for that. Bailey kept her SmackDown Women's Championship by beating Nikki Cross with the help, of course, of Sasha Banks. Then we went on to the other women's match, which was Asuka defending her Raw Women's Championship against Sasha Banks. Again, some craziness there. Sasha ends up, I guess, winning the belt out of a bogus count by Bailey, who donned the referee shirt. So on Raw, they'll have to fix that issue. So that's that. So, but as of right now, Sasha Banks is the Raw Women's Champion. So they control two sets of belts. Then we went on to the Ziggler McIntyre match. McIntyre was defending his belt against Ziggler. Ziggler came up with a stipulation that he can use weapons. He could be counted that if he can use all the weapons and still win, he can. If McIntyre gets counted out, he loses the championship. If McIntyre uses a weapon, he can lose the championship. So, but with everything at the end, a Claymore kick took out Ziggler, and boom, very good match in that one. And then finally, we got to see the horror show, which was the Swamp fight between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. There was no Universal title on the line. This was just a simple, well, this was not a simple match, but this was pretty much a revenge match, if you want to call it that. And at the end, the Fiend pops out. I guess this is like King Kong versus Godzilla, if you remember the original 70s movie, where both creatures are fighting underwater and you don't get a clear winner. Even though sometimes you see King Kong swimming off at the end. People say Godzilla won, people say King Kong won. But in this scene, you saw the Fiend come out, The Fiend comes out, and I guess that considered a win. Lance, overall, what did you think of the show?
Wonky as shit. But
what was your best match of the night?
Well, I'm gonna go with the WWE Championship match.
Okay, and I will go with that as well. Real quick, Chris Farr, he is known as Trent Killer Syndicate on game streams as well. He runs also TKWA Wrestling. It is an eFed online. You could check him out. Please check out TKWA on Facebook as well as Trent Killer Syndicate, my buddy Chris. Thank you, Chris, who also liked the stream as well. Rick, I know you didn't catch you heard what me and Lance was going, the torture we were put through, but you did get to see the swamp fight at the end. What did you think of the show?
Well, from what I heard, I think Lance said wonky as shit. Sounds about right. It seems they want some of these controversy endings because Raw ratings sucked so bad last Monday. And this was a go-home show, so now obviously they have to say, those who watched, let's watch Raw and see how they're going to fix this fucking bullshit.
Garbage, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, what did you think of the swamp fight?
Like I said, I mean, it was good for what it was. It happened so many times, but I liked it. I can honestly say I did like it. Alexa Bliss being the sister Abigail, kind of like a mind fuck thing. I kind of like that. I didn't see her as being actual sister Abigail, but I kind of had a question for about a half a second. And then the return of the Fiend. That is what needed to happen the most.
Absolutely. There were times during the beginning of Sister Abigail when you saw her coming in. It almost looked like Liv Morgan because Liv Morgan, I think she changed her hair from what stories are saying. She's coming back as a whole new gimmick. So I really thought that's who it was, maybe at that point, and then it turned out to be the mind game of with Little Miss Bliss. But I think it was just for that little mind game. So, but at least we've made it through 3. Well, what was it, Lance? What, 2 hours and 30 minutes?
2 hours and 2.5, 2:45, something like that.
Okay, well, this was the horror show. This was, again, for what it's worth, I still look at Fight for the Fallen as the better wrestling pay-per-view, if you want to call it that.
It wasn't even a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but you could call it, that's like one of their main. They kind of put it as a main show type deal.
Well,
Fight for the Fallen.
I consider it more of a specialty show.
Yeah.
I honestly can say there's a significant difference between a pay-per-view and a specialty show.
Yeah.
Now that WWE's taking a couple of pages out of their books. But yeah, they have done it. They did the first one, I think, was the Chris Jericho cruise. Then they did the Bash at the Beach, which WWE had an issue with. And then they did Fyter Fest and Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah. So, but right now, it's like now we're on the road to SummerSlam. So everything that happens now until SummerSlam is going to have to build that up. Right now, WWE should take a page out of AEW or even their own book and cut back on these pay-per-views, these little mini pay-per-views, because you're not doing anything. You're not enticing everyone because it's just a fill-in to go back to Raw and SmackDown. I would have loved to see maybe some NXT mixed in here, because obviously we got to see Raw and SmackDown on the show, but I would have preferred this being mixed more also with NXT. Like Chris McLear said, pretty much regarding earlier with more women. We were talking about, he says Shayna Baszler. He said, now, Rick, we're going to be seeing Dominic versus Seth Rollins. That's going to be the highlight of Raw.
Oh, Jesus. Well, and, I have to disagree with you about NXT bringing mixed standing in, because right now, that seems to be the only main brand that wrestling fans are truly, scope locked on when it comes to WWE. Raw and SmackDown, especially fans is like, oh, it's Monday night, gotta watch Raw. And Friday night, I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, Friday night, I would rather go hanging out, which is another reason, it's because of summer, which is why we're taking that hiatus off. But, NXT, it's a great product. And unfortunately, even WWE can't take a page out of their book and say, you know what, let's try to raise the bar a little bit. And I think WWE, especially Vince, is just happy with okay, we're making money, we're Disney, wrestling, we don't have to worry about going bankrupt. We'll just keep making money and making money and making money. Since COVID and since WWE's stopped doing road shows and they've stopped and they've released all the wrestlers, Vince McMahon's capital has risen by like 20%.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know, Joe, your biggest argument is it's always about money. It's always about money. But in the same sentence, you have to give something to worth people to watch to pay for.
You know what? And I agree with you. And I'm gonna hold on. I gotta give a shout out to Cheetah Boy 615 YT, who pretty much who's now following on Facebook. So thank you for that. Really quick, Chris McLear says he also loves Keith Lee as double champion. I do too. Keith Lee is a great worker. Hey, Cheetah Boy over on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. We're about to end. We were talking about WWE's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. We were offering our commentary throughout the stream. We did not stream the event, but we got to talk about it, do it, and folks got to lower Michael Cole and listen to our rambling of this. So, and I'm gonna say Mustafa on Twitch too. How you doing? So with that, guys, this is Extreme Rules. It happened. It wasn't great. A lot of shenanigans happened that probably could have been fixed, but we were not. We offered what we could with what we were working with. So with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and follow on my channel at Skoldran's Realm, #Skoldran's Realm. You can check out HWR over on the Facebook in the group section. Just do the hashtag HWR chat room, where we talk about all types of wrestling from the AEW to WWE. Maybe we'll throw in occasionally Impact when they can actually do something worthwhile. And maybe the NWA when they do something worthwhile. Lance, you have not only your cooking show, but you got your guitar builds and other stuff going on. Let us have it.
Well, okay. Every Tuesday night, I got Lance on TV and friends. I never know who's going to show up, except for usually the vicious vixen Joey Nightshade is my co-host. And also, it's going to be a little while till I get the guitar builds going and Redneck Gourmet just wrapped up, which there is a reason why Zoe wasn't here. I can't get into it, but you can check her out every Friday night. I believe she's going live at 9 on the Nightmare Vixen with her scary stories.
Yep. And you can you can check her out. What is that on YouTube? She is the Nightmare Vixen. So make sure you check it out.
I think it's on Facebook. I don't believe.
Yeah, it's Facebook Live.
Oh, Facebook Live. Okay, because I know she used to do it on YouTube, right?
I think the only work she does on YouTube is on my channel.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then check her out. She is a Nightmare Vixen. She does these spooky pasta stories where she pretty much will scare the crap out of you. So check her out on that. And she's also an accomplished woman wrestler. So make sure you check her out. She's with Kentucky's Own Wrestling. Even though they're not working, but you can look back on some of her work and some of their work. So with that, Rick, you are the boss of HWR. I know we're on a hiatus, but you want to tell everybody about it? Maybe they can come in, check out the stuff that's going on.
Well, HWR, we are hardcore wrestling, but we also do rants, rumors, reactions. Right now, we always cover the latest news and rumors each and every day. I also tend to do what I call a hardcore wrestling rant when I have a problem. And, again, I also cover each and every Wednesday night AEW's Dynamite. So for those of you who are AEW fans and want to come over and just give your thoughts while I do my play-by-plays with stills, please feel free to come on over.
Absolutely. And I am Joseph Skoldran Knight, and you can check me out on Facebook, YouTube, Twix, and Mixer. Just do the hashtag Skoldran's Room. I am on Twitter at Skoldran and on Instagram. And again, I'm going to throw that quick shout out to Chris Fair. You can check out Trent Killer Syndicate, as well as my buddy Taco. He is hashtag Game On Facebook. And on Mixer, he is the Tacos Modern Life. But check out Chris over at TKWA Wrestling. It's an E-Fed where you can see not only me there, my character is there, but you can see other wrestlers throughout the United States who are not working right now, and they get together and play WWE 2K20, and Chris turns it into a big you could say a big show. So this is something you could check out. Again, check him out. TKWA Wrestling on Facebook. It's a great thing to watch, and it's also fun. So with that, I'm gonna say, guys, thanks for watching Hardcore Wrestling Radio's our coverage of the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And my guy Lance, I think the whiskey bottle is almost empty on my end.
It's been empty on my end, and do I even need to say it?
Say it, Lance.
Buy the shirt and wash your damn hands.
And remember social distancing, or if not, I'm coming with a rocket launcher.